What is mortgage protection insurance? 2 decades ago, mortgage insurance was often required by the mortgage company. And in those days, the mortgage company was the beneficiary. There were also mortgage protection insurance policies with decreasing terms, where coverage decreased over the life of the policy. So by the end of the policy term, the death benefit was zero. Well, that was then, this is now. So to dispel any kind of confusion, modern mortgage protection insurance is simply a level term life insurance policy. So the death benefit and the monthly premiums never change over the life of the policy. It's not even tied to your mortgage. And the beneficiary, of course, is whoever the owner chooses, usually spouse or family member. So you simply buy a policy, pay regular premiums, and at the end of the term policy, it ends. And if you die during that term of the policy, a death benefit is paid out to your beneficiaries. So I'm going to go over 2 different ways to cover a mortgage, and I'll educate you on the living benefits of mortgage protection insurance. Of course, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. The question you need to ask yourself is this: if you died today, would your family be able to survive financially without you? Same question for your spouse or partner. If the answer is no to either, you need life insurance. The best time to buy life insurance is the younger the better. About a year ago, I was talking with a 20-year-old man whose wife was a stay-at-home mom. The quote I gave him to cover the entire mortgage was $11 a month for 30 years. Believe it or not, he said he couldn't afford it. The older and less healthy you are, the more expensive a brand new life insurance policy is. You can at least give your spouse or partner the peace of mind of not being forced out of their home immediately by buying time with what I call critical period coverage. Critical period is the period of time following the death of a spouse or loved one, when the remaining spouse is at the most risk of financial catastrophe and of losing their home because they can't pay the mortgage and bills on one income. So the idea is, if you can't afford a life insurance policy to cover the entire mortgage balance, how many months or years worth of mortgage payments can you afford? This way it gives the remaining spouse time to figure out what they want to do with the house and themselves. Do they want to sell it, rent it, move in with family? Just keep in mind, people buy life insurance for these reasons: income replacement, final expenses like burial, cremation, funeral, etc., medical expenses from a long illness, federal and state death taxes, or to leave a legacy or inheritance for your family. But the most common reason for having life insurance is to protect your family from the burdensome mortgage payments if a, or especially the, primary breadwinner is no longer around to provide income. Your home is typically your biggest and longest lasting debt, so it's important to have a policy with enough coverage for your family to cover the cost of staying in your home. With any type of life insurance, the cost of the coverage is based on your age, your health. Do you have diabetes or other health issues? And lifestyle. Do you smoke? Do you skydive or race cars? The time to purchase is the earlier the better, like I said. And it's not just for people who are married or have kids. The younger and healthier you are when you buy, the lower the cost will be for the entire term. If you have life insurance through your job, your employer-provided life insurance policy offers a base level of protection, but it isn't designed to meet 100% of your needs. If you leave your job, you will lose your coverage. You will then be older and may have acquired a medical condition, making individual term life insurance more expensive. And this is why I recommend buying an individual term policy when you're young and healthy, even if your employer provides coverage. What you don't get with an employer-sponsored life insurance is living benefits, where you have access to the death benefit tax-free while you're alive in the event you are diagnosed with a chronic, critical, or terminal illness. You should know the difference between a captive agent and an independent agent. A captive agent is like State Farm. A State Farm agent can only sell State Farm insurance, whereas an independent agent, like myself, has access to dozens of insurance companies, so we can shop around for the best policy for your age and health at the lowest cost. Okay, the last thing I want to say is you really need to be aware of bad agents. Make sure your agent is a fiduciary. Fiduciaries are legally bound to put your interests above their own. You want to be absolutely sure that the price your agent gives you for your life insurance policy is the lowest it can be, and that the benefits include living benefits. See, independent agents, because they have a wide choice of policies to choose from, some will actually choose a higher cost policy just to get a little bit bigger commission. If you would like a life insurance quote, just go to my website, wealthprotectionlady.com. I'll put a link to that below, and click on Apply to be a client. From there, you'll go to a questionnaire, which will ask you questions that I will need in order to give you a quote. If you're interested in learning more about saving for retirement with a cash value life insurance policy, I would recommend you take my free masterclass, What the U.S. Government and Wall Street Don't Want You to Know About Saving for Retirement. The strategies I talk about will outperform your 401k. You can see it here. The red line is your 401k or IRA, and that's the S&P 500, the stock market. And the green line is Index Universal Life Insurance. At the end of that class, you can apply for a free retirement income analysis, where I will tell you exactly how much income your current retirement plans will produce and how long it will last. I will put a link below to that application. If this video was of value to you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. And also, as usual, just comment with your biggest takeaway below, and feel free to let me know what other topics you'd like for me to cover.